For that reason, I believe that for the next 6 months in 2025, the first 6 months, Bitcoin will have to fight to protect our 77,000 level, which means we cannot roll down, get rejected, and start closing weekly candle below the 77,000 level. What we can do is try to probably can get a week toward this area, a very quick week, and then uh, a huge push to the upside, and just to flash, all the excitement that was in the market when we had the fear and greed index above 80s and 90s. So, which means now we are actually consolidating, and if we got rejected at 110, we must look to protect our 77,000 level. It could be a very long and tiring market movement. It could be a very violent move to the downside and quick recovery to the upside. Anything is possible. The only thing Bitcoin is going to have to do for the next 6 months is to protect our 77,000 level. And you can see, as we can see by the intro, it's been now 8 weeks, exactly 8 weeks since we uploaded the intro video that you just watched. And like we said, Bitcoin was on a very slow sideways movement. As you can see, it was 8 weeks moving sideways, and it was quite boring, sideways movement. We also mentioned that the only thing that we were expecting for 2025 is to Bitcoin to protect our 77,000 level. So we saw on this weekly candle close that Bitcoin basically just saved our 77,000 level. You can see that this movement was a very violent movement to the downside, like we were basically predicting. So a quick move to the downside, basically Bitcoin retested as low as 78,167 dollar, but quickly closed at 94,265. It was a very positive move, like we were predicting, and for that reason, we can see that the fear and greed index, with this movement, we had the fear and greed index going into the extreme fear, meaning that, as we mentioned, the market was able to actually flash the majority of people who were just betting to the move above 110,000. With the market going to extreme fear, is so fearful in this case, this is when is the best time to be buying Bitcoin or exposing or buying the dip. So it's not many times that we retest basically as low as 10 in extreme fear that the market will continue to go down. So we can see here that retesting as low or close to our 77,000 level, this caused the ratio. In this case, you can see the ratio, the RSI on our Bitcoin in DXY ratio broke this downward trend line. So This is basically what caused the market to be so fearful. So basically breaking this downward trend line to the upside signal that Bitcoin was going much lower, like we mentioned in previous update. So we had Bitcoin retesting our 77,000 level, while the ratio, on the other hand, you can see that the ratio did not break the 50-week moving average. So having the RSI breaking this downward trend line and respecting the 50 level, which is the limit. In this case, whenever you see the RSI breaking above the 50 level and breaking the 50-week moving average, the green line, that means we could be entering bear market. But in our case, we know that we are nowhere near a bear market, and we know that the only time we can call at a bull market top is when the RSI or the DXY turns red on the super gap indicator. So we don't have red on the super gap indicator like in previous bull market, which that means we don't have a bull market top. If we don't have a bull market top, this could be a retest of support. In this case, we managed to find support very close to our 77,000 level. We also mentioned that with this curvature, I mentioned that Bitcoin, when it's forming this pattern, usually we can see starting from here, this curvature, Bitcoin saw a 22% retracement. Another one on this one, we can see Bitcoin retracing 20%. We can also look at this one, 21%, and the previous one being this one was the biggest one if we include the week, the downside, where Bitcoin retraced 33%. So we were expecting Bitcoin to do a similar move, measuring to the top. From the top, we can see that after the curvature, Bitcoin managed to retest as low, took a 27% dip. So we also mentioned that we could see Bitcoin retracing 20 to 30% and still be okay. We can see that the DXY on the DXY Bitcoin ratio, you can see that the RSI respected the 50 level. So as long as we don't break the 50 level to the upside and start closing above it, we can call this movement, as we mentioned previously, as a fake out. So fake out meaning we had this move on the previous bear market, bull market. In this case, we are in a bull market in this area. You can see that we broke the 50 level to the upside, broke the downward trend line to the upside, and including the 50 week moving average, but quickly managed to recover, which was represented a very, very good buying opportunity. And the same thing happened on this occasion. We had the RSI breaking this downward trend line to the upside, but didn't go as far. Didn't retest the 50 level. Was very quick move, but still broke the downward trend line and managed to didn't even touch the 50-week moving average as well, and managed to continue to move to the upside. And we can assume that this move could be again a fake out, as we don't have the bull market top like mentioned. We don't have a bull market top. We could assume that this was just a correction or a fake out to flash many, all the excitement that was in the market. And we can see by the fear and greed index that having extreme fear at 10, we could consider that this definitely flashed a lot of excitement on the market. For that reason, we can assume that this weekly candle close was a positive close. What we want to see right now is whether this current week can push to the upside and challenge the middle of this upward channel and close another candle, a green candle, closing above this, the middle of this upward channel, would definitely signal that Bitcoin finished the correction and is now ready to start closing candles above the mid of this upward channel. So that's the update for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, sharing this video with your friend and family, and I will see you next week. Bye.